Hello, welcome to Win Some Loosemore. My name is Dieter and you join me for a Why I Like, a series of videos where I take you through some of the games in our collection and tell you why I like them. Today I'll be telling you why I like Santorini. Santorini is a 2 to 3 to 4, it's a 2-player game, abstract strategy style game where you are trying to build up a 3D map, trying to stand on the top of the tallest building. Let me show you how it works and we'll come back and I'll tell you why I like Santorini. So here I've set the game up for 2 people. The game does come with pieces for a 3rd player, but meh, don't do that. 2-player, you take it in turns, you've got 2 pieces each with the setup just to place your pieces anywhere on the board and you're ready to start. Gameplay is incredibly simple. You just take it in turns to move one of your workers and to then build a level of building next to where it is. It can move diagonally or orthogonally and build diagonally or orthogonally. So let's say this grey person was going first. They might move here because you can only move the one space. And then when you're building, you'll notice I've got 4 piles of building pieces. You always start with the base, with the biggest piece. And they might put it there, or let's say they're going to put it there, and that's their whole turn. Blue is going to focus over here and build a base there. Grey is going to move here and put another base here, and now blue is going to move down here and place a 2nd level. So there's slightly smaller pieces, it stacks on top. You can see it starts getting bigger. Now, your character can move one space in any direction, but it can also move up a level during that movement. So let's say this grey person now moves up onto this building, which now allows them, if they built this one this time, next time they could go up this level. You can't jump up 2 levels, you can jump up 1 at a time, so you need to kind of build a staircase for yourself. This one, I'm just showing you the very basic game to begin with. They are going to do this. So, oops, move here. Similarly, this guy's going to jump on here and put a 3rd piece on top. Now the aim of the game is to get one of your people standing on one of the 3rd level pieces. Now, rather than continue their own thing, because their piece is far away, the grey is actually going to move here, and to stop anybody being able to stand on this is going to place a dome. That building is now complete. You can never stand on it. That now is a wasted amount of time, but it is blue's go. They're going to go here and start a new building here, and as you can see it will spread out and you'll block each other and try and doing that. That's the basic game. When somebody, let's say this wasn't here and this was here, if for whatever reason they'd move there, they win the game. That's nice and simple. Now, as I say, that's the basic game. The game also comes with this fat stack of cards. These are different gods from mythology, and each give you a different power. So I've given them one here each. So Hephaestus, the grey team, let's say they have Hephaestus. Every time they build, they can actually build 2 levels if they so choose, which would be nice and easy. And Artemis here, the blues, when they move, they get to move an additional space. There's a whole range of different things, the Minotaur, Prometheus, and they're really helpfully in the rules split into the simple abilities, and then there's a massive stack of more interesting, difficult abilities, which will just impact the way the game is played, give you different tactical and strategic advantages or disadvantages. It always feels like the other person one has a better one than you. That is very simple. I haven't covered everything, but that's the basic way to play. Let's go back and tell you why I like it. So why do I like Santorini? Well, hopefully you saw from that little explanation there just how cool the 3D nature of this game looks, and just the presentation is amazing. Just watching the buildings build up is just really satisfying. And for who knows why, they've put it on a plinth. This could have just been a mat on the floor. It could have just been the board bit, but they've created this crazy plastic plinth for you to build. So it's an immediately eye-catching game. The artwork is a lovely kind of cartoony style. It's on those cards as well, and so the look of the thing is great. Now, gameplay is good enough, and really, I don't mean good enough as in, it's good enough. I mean, if you don't want to play with those variable players, you just want to play the base game as is great. We really enjoyed that. We'll do that just to remind ourselves of the rules. It's a fun exercise for us. Kirsty wins those games much more often than I do. Or if you want a bit more depth to it, you throw in those god cards and you have these crazy asymmetrical powers. And even then it categorizes it into the simple intro ones or the harder, you need to know the game well to understand how to use them well cards. And we tend to stick to the first set because that's where we're at with our life with this game. And I tend to win those a little bit more because I enjoy that kind of thing. But it is just a lot of fun. It's so simple. You move, you build, that's it. And then having those powers which just break the rules to make the game that much more exciting and interesting is a lot of fun as well. The base game itself, I just know so many people that I would want to introduce this to, that I think it would just suit the way that they think really well, and it wouldn't be a hard thing to persuade them of because the look is so good. And so they've somehow managed to, not somehow, very intentionally married together those two things, that this is a solidly simple but fun and engaging game that looks amazing. And so you're going to be able to get most people to at least give the base version of the game a go. And if you really want to get them into those very simple powers that immediately they go, oh, I get to do this thing. And yet what you find when you're playing is, oh no, they get to do that thing, and they're definitely going to win. But they're sat there going, oh no, they're definitely going to win because they've got this other rule breaking thing. And it's just, they've just balanced it really well. And so it is very exciting, a lot of fun. That, very simply, is why I like Santorini. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do consider watching some of our others by subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell icon so you stay updated when we put out new stuff. We would love to be in contact with you, so putting your ideas into the comments as well as following us on social media. If you search Win Some Loosemore, you will find us on the various platforms. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again. I've been Dieter for Win Some Loosemore. Goodbye.